Forget a diploma, try a paycheck. D.C. public schools are now paying poor-performing students to go to summer school. The district says the selected students are less likely to graduate high school within 4 years, so they're being paid $5.25 an hour to go to school this summer. Is money the best way to get kids to show up and focus? Joining me now are Democratic strategist Marianne Marsh and Elisabeth Meinecke from townhall.com. Thanks to both of you for joining us. Marianne, let me start with you. What do you think about this?
This is a really tough call, especially in tough economic times. On the one hand, if you can turn a kid's academic career around with this program, get them to finish school, get a diploma, go on to college, get a great job, those benefits far exceed what would happen if they drop out, no diploma, no job, no prospects, because we pay for all of that. The problem here is we already live in a society where a lot of kids get trophies for just showing up. You want to reward hard work and performance. I'm not sure this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
If it pays off, it is, but you don't know that today.
Yeah, and I think, Elisabeth, one of the problems is, in this same district, a bunch of Harvard University students went down and paid kids $100 in order to get better grades. It was a reward for getting the better grades. And they found through the study that it didn't work. They didn't actually do better. So I worry that this doesn't even work.
Exactly. It's a question of, are you going to already throw more money at a problem when you've already been throwing money at it? Because let's face it, I mean, people are already making significant investments in these children's education. It costs between $20,000 to $30,000 to be educated as a student in the public school system in the District of Columbia. So the investment is already being made. And I would say to that point of, whether or not it costs more now or later, depending on us paying for if they drop out of school, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Look at those programs on that other side of it. Maybe we shouldn't be paying for some of that stuff. If they know they have a safety net, that might not be incentivizing them to do as well as they could in school right now.
Yeah. I mean, Marianne, the flip side of it, of course, is that it's positive reinforcement as opposed to always being negative with kids, as opposed to having them in the street and doing things and getting arrested, getting in trouble. It's a positive reinforcement for doing something good, I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, here's the challenge today. Many of us, in the past, families, communities, culture instilled values that if you work hard, play by the rules, you get rewarded. That doesn't exist as much today as it once did. So in this case, if you can use this incentive to show kids, look, show up, and while you're here, really work hard at your studies, and if that sticks and they stick with school, then we're all going to benefit because they're going to contribute to society even more. If it works, it was worth every penny.
Yeah.
It's a bet we just don't know.
Elisabeth, there's a lot of people out in the audience right now screaming, paying kids to show up to school. They need to just show up anyway. Obviously, that doesn't always happen. We had a psychologist on a short time ago that said that a lot of kids lack the long-term time horizon to realize that it's going to pay off in the long run. And if you don't have parents reinforcing that, they just don't see the benefit down the road. Is there another way to drive home that message of why this is a long-term benefit and get them to show up other than cash?
I do agree that parents are the best method for that. So I think that you start with the family. And, the question really is, and even a D.C. councilman asked this, when students then show up later on and they're not getting paid to go to school, are those habits going to stick, or are they going to be like, well, I'm not getting paid, so why should I work hard again? If you've already paid them once as a reward for just showing up and doing their schoolwork, then what are they going to do come September when they're not getting paid?
No, that's absolutely true. This is one we're going to have to keep our eye on, but I have a feeling it's a loser. But we wanted to give both sides equal play. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.